Alright. How's it going? How's it going? Atsuki, what's up? Sponsored by ArtStation. No. I won it though at the art competition. Hey Fuxia, how's it going? And also this. You see? So sponsored. Happy Friday. Oh, the light. I will totally close that window. Hey Zilin. How are thou? So today, 162. Crazy. Hey, Rollomancer. How's it going? So, ArtStation swag, for sure. A spy boot, I guess that's what it means. How's it going? Is that? This is gonna sound extremely wrong. It's either Japanese or Predator fonts. Tagman, how's it going? Good day. Some new people here. Steven, how's it going? How soon does stream start? It starts in now, more or less. So we got options today. We can do a special thing, or we can do your random topic. It's up to your decision. But the random thing will be internet-based plein air. So we will go to some place on Earth with Google Maps. We will stand at that location and we will paint that plein air as is in the photo, or we do a random topic on your choosing. So you can vote type 1 for a random topic, 2 for plein air. Vote. What do you want to do? Fuxia, otherwise we will do this on Monday. We will do virtual plein air on Monday anyways. So we got 1, 1, 2, 2. That's interesting. 2, let's mix it up. Alright, so we got 2 to 3. So it leans towards virtual plein air. The reason why I did this is shout out to one of the judges, Lip Comarella, for Unreal Bjorn 3 judge. He's doing these virtual plein airs, and there's a lot of other people doing them. But there's a beauty to it, right? Obviously, I'm not going to be able to recreate his plein air studies, but it's a nice way of more or less walking around the world and looking at the environment and then painting it. So it seems virtual plein air. So how that works is I will drag the screen over here. So I need to actually make the window smaller so you can see, because I have my overlay is in the way. So as you can see in this window, there's a little human down there. So when you click and drag that, you see that there's a little guy hanging onto your cursor, and you get little circles. And you can actually go into the sea underneath the water here, which is crazy. And I think this is a hangar boat. Oh yeah. Cruise ship. Alright, that's interesting. Anyway, so what you can do is you click and drag, you drop it somewhere interesting, let's say in Yemen, and oh, well, hello. Hello, Google guy. And you can also walk around depending on the um, so this is user sourced photos, but here with the blue lines, oh, here with the blue lines, um, you can drop and you can walk around. You can virtual tourist the locations. So it's a Rollomancer. No one has written final feedback Friday. So how can I give people feedback if no one is FFing? That's pretty cool. Okay, let's go with that one. That's a pretty nice. And I think you should also. That obviously did not work correctly. So if you click this link, oh, you will go exactly to my location. Cool. That's good. Well, you should have done that before the stream. Anyway, so if anyone want to do this plein air with me, there's the URL. So we can be here in Cap Verde and paint this place if you feel like it. But I will do so. Look at that. It's a happy Bjorn right there. And if you want to, you can even tilt the camera. And if you don't like my shot, you can make your own shot. Let me double check. There should be no FFs. Oh shit, Pacobra had one. Okay. Then I will give feedback on that one as well. While I'm doing my plein air. Oh, you're edited your now? Alright. I'll do stuff next week then if someone has any feedback Friday. Otherwise, all right. Let's see where this leads us. So the general rule for Feedback Friday is if you want feedback on anything that you've done, post it on the forum, hashtag it FF, and every Friday I will look for things. I usually look at everything that's being posted on the Discord. Why am I saying forum? Discord. and so I notice if someone hashtags Feedback Friday, but so far no one has. And it's an easy little way if you need some spare eyes on something you've been painting or sketching or figuring out, and it's a way of me giving back. But usually I also try to make time to give you guys comments whenever you post anything on the Discord, so it's not really like an exclusive thing, but nevertheless it's something to give back. And don't listen to me when I say forum, I mean Discord. Discord. And the reason why I wanted before the stream is because I don't like I need to be prepared. I don't want to like sit and search for Feedback Friday as I'm doing the stream. There's some beautiful things happening in those reflections there. If you look at the reference here, there's some really cool hues in there and colors in there. Quite happily surprised how beautiful that is. Pacobra, Unreal Bjorn usually takes 5 months. We started March 1st with 100 artists. We are currently on round 3. It ends now on Sunday, and that's the 25 survivors so far, which is round 3, and after that it's I guess 12, depending on no shows and so forth, and then after that it's I guess finale. So top 6 usually. Top 6 is the finale, right? So if you make it to top 6, you're in the finale to have a run for winning. So that's in 6 weeks there's a finale, and the finale is 2 weeks, and then 1 week of judging, so that's 2 more months plus a week. So that's May, no, June, July. Hey Mitko, how's it going? So it usually spans like 5 months approximately. So quite long time to run an art competition. So it is quite taxing on my end, taxing on your end for all you people who are in the Unreal Tournament. It's not an easy feat to dedicate a lot of time and effort for a period of 5 months. But like again, I keep repeating the same thing, but the fact that you spend so much time and effort creating images, more or less for every year I run the Unreal Tournament, for majority of people joining in on the tournament, they create pieces, and you can see those pieces going into their portfolio every year, because it's such a fantastic way of pushing yourself and upping your skill set and making sure that you produce something of worth. And it's a sure given way of doing that. Okay, that's good. And I love seeing that as well. I love seeing the people that takes a part in it really push and then get great images as a result with fantastic feedback, and they also get feedback, which means that they can actually, after the competition, push it even further, which is a really good thing. And you can with the feedback you can also reverse engineer it and all your other entries, and push those as well with the same kind of feedback. So it's a really great way of learning when you get industry veterans for 5 months looking at your art. What other place on internet does that happen, where they're obliged to comment on your piece that you've spent 2 weeks on for a period of 5 months? You know, that doesn't happen really anywhere else than Unreal Tournament.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Pete36. Well, thank you very much. That's crazy cool of you. Thanks, and happy to see you here. And thank you for the kind words. Mad respect. Good night, P36 person. I truly appreciate it. And Pacobra, thank you very much for that tier 1 deliciousness. The timer is supposed to be going. Crap. So that means, let's say I start at 10 past 14, that's 16 minutes left. Let's go with 15 minutes left. Thank you for spotting. That's not correct time. That is correct. Mikoberry, thank you for spotting that. It was my mistake. I start the warm up at 10 past, and it's 24 past, so I'm deducting 15 minutes. Thank you for pointing that out. It will last forever. Infinity loop. So as you can see, I'm kind of not trying to be exact in my interpretation of this location. Much like some of the warm-ups, I'm going for emotion and marks and things that pop out and leaves a dent in my eyes. more so than trying to replicate what I'm looking. A lot of things with plein air for me is the sense of location rather than accurately representing the location. So for me, it's more or less, this is going to be extremely cheesy here, but if you look into, oh man, it takes a little bit effort here, but if you look into a woman's eyes, right, if you're attracted, it has this sense of extra to it, right? And it's the same. It's the same as when you're, for me, when you're doing these on location, is that you're experiencing the location, right? And you are adding to it, not just as a robot. You're analyzing the exact values, but you're feeling the space, right? Because you're there. That's see, smell, or whatever. I'm obviously not there, but the approach to this study isn't to replicate the photo, but the sense of space. What is my brain is picking up versus what's real. So much like Lip Comarella's, they are not replications of photographs. They are he takes the input of what he sees and filters it through and makes artistic decisions. I mean, there's no geometric trees growing like these, right? But this is an imprint and it's an impression of the space. Well, it's appreciated, Kogo. It's appreciated for sure. So that's the cool thing about doing things like this is this, that's like, again, it's that sense of like looking into a woman's eyes, and opposite if you're into that. Is that sense of, these are the things that stick out to me, these are the things that speak to me, and you can, it's very obvious in Lip's work because he's an extremely good artist, and he specializes in kind of textures and tangibility and media and or medium rather, and he loves, let's say, if he uses clay, he tries to maintain the sense of clay, right? He doesn't try to warp it into something else. Or if he uses paper for his movies, for those who don't know, Lip Comarella is a award-winning art director and animator and creative powerhouse, more or less. He's one of the judges for Unreal Bjorn, and you have probably seen this orangutan Greenpeace movie that kind of goes between a cute cartoon kid interaction and then black and white destruction of the Amazon, and it looks like it's animated in a specific way, and they used 3D and so forth, and he was the one of, he has a company that makes animations, bespoke animations and projects like that, and he's the person behind the part of making that movie, right? So you can clearly see he's pushing stylistic choices. He always is aware of the decisions he's making and why it looks the way it looks and so forth, and that's one of the cool things of doing virtual plein airs, and the idea behind disregarding the replication aspect of what you're seeing and filtering it through your senses and processing and experiencing the space of picking up what's being sent into your mind, and it's a very liberating thing, and it's very obvious in his work because he stylizes shapes, he pushes things, and he does it in a way which he likes, right? And it creates this sense of location and mood and smell, and even though he isn't there, he filters what he sees through it, and this is a fascinating thing to see. There's a lot of stylization or choices he's making that is very skilled. Again, I'll bring up one of these. He did these yesterday, I think. They're also 30-minute each, but you can sense the direction of the light. You can sense what he's focusing on, what he's picking out. It's very fascinating. Hey Amir, how's it going? Yeah, those are lips. 30-minute plein airs. Plein airs is what we're doing now, more or less. We are the idea of plein air is that you paint on location in real life, right? So that you go with your easel, paints, canvas, and you go to a place and you stand at the place, painting the colors you see, the view you see, right? And there's a lot of people who do these plein airs as trying to replicate where they are exactly, and what usually they do is they hold up the painting above at the location, and then they photograph, and the idea is that you can sync your view, what you're painting, with the place that's outside of what you've painted, right? So that it looks like your painting is in the world as you saw it. And there's a lot of artists doing that, and it's really cool to see. But even people with that stylize the impression of what they're seeing, it's still cool to see. Those people who go and do on location plein air. Obviously, in the Corona times, we can't or shouldn't. I mean, you probably could do it alone if you stay away from people, but it's hard to get there if you don't have means to get there isolated. But nevertheless, it's a really cool practice, and it's a very serene and meditative practice, as in real life plein air. It's quite lovely, but it also requires you to be able to paint what you see to some degree. If Suzanne, yeah. I mean, I'm all good, thank you. Coffee and art. That's what nations are built on. Man, I love these brown reflections in the water. Amazing. 1 second. Nope. Yes. Here's the exact location if anyone also want to paint this, but you can also walk around, I think, this space possibly. It could be underwater rock surface as well, actually, but nevertheless, I really enjoy the color combination of the brown and the uh, teal, I guess. That's what's one of the things that is standing out to me, and I find it beautiful, and that's one of those things that you wouldn't figure out most likely if you would paint it from your mind, that you would need to do that. And that's one of the cool things about doing these plein airs, is that you're actually observing the world and picking up tidbits of information that is out there. And a really cool thing about observational drawings and observational studies, where you are on location, and very much like that cheesy comment about looking into the eyes of a person that you're in love with or attracted to, you'll see it in a unique way, right? Because you're attracted and there's shit firing off in your brain, and you're focusing in on different things, and there's emotions and so on. It flavors what you're seeing, it because you're not just robotically scanning the surface of her face, right? Or his, if you're uh, like that. And and that's the really cool thing, because like if you're standing and observing a landscape, or in this instance observing a photo, because we don't have that, depending on what you feel like, depending on how you are focusing, depending on what song is playing, depending on how you're sitting, all of these things subtly influence how you're observing the photo, or how you're observing the location. And it flavors the way you observe or paint, which is really a cool thing, because we are emotional beings, we are alive, and that's a really, I think that's always fascinated me when I'm doing these observational drawings, at what I am focusing in on, what is speaking to me in terms of what I gravitate towards, what I end up looking at extra. It's a really cool feeling every time. It's almost like doing a self-portrait. I've done self-portraits every year, November 1st, since 2002. And every year I draw a different self-portrait. I look different, I feel different, and I can see that as a result in my painting as well, where like, oh yeah, that year I had issues with this, that year I was happy, that year I just had done that, or, and you can literally see it in the painting. You can see what I was focusing on over the year, like, oh, this year I wanted to have better brush marks, this year I wanted to do pixel art and things like that. And it's really, really I love it, and I love the fact that your art reflects your current mood, and your art reflects your current focus, and things like that. And that's one of the beauties with art, is that when you learn to channel you into it, like when you pass it through the filter, which Lip Comarella does so fantastically in his plein air studies, it becomes an extension of you and your emotional state and your skill set and your life and all these things. And I think that's what attracts a lot of people to art as well, is that it's not a copy machine, but you're actually parsing it. Amir, yeah, that would be really cool. Like you could walk around and see someone paint, like VR. You know, you can lean over their shoulder. Oh, wicked. Pacobra, yeah, absolutely, I agree. I absolutely agree. All right, so that was the virtual plein air. I think this is my first virtual plein air in years. I haven't done this in so long. So it was a nice feeling. Um, so if anyone want to do the same location, um, it's there. You can turn the camera if you want. You know, like as if you would stand here, you would go, "Oh, I like this view better," or "I like that." You can scroll out to get a little bit more of fisheye. That's some cool, not intention fogging, but that looks pretty dope. Or you can zoom in if that's your if that's what you would like. It would be interesting to see what you choose to focus on in this location if you feel like it. It's a pretty cool thing to do. Gria, I have tried VR, yes, at the workshops. Yeah, so if you feel like it, I just posted the URL. Please feel free. If you do, please share it on Discord. I would truly appreciate it. And remember, if you do anything and you want feedback on it, make sure you hashtag FF on Discord. Um, I see a good friend, Peter Han, is streaming. Hey, Miguel, glad you like it. So we're gonna raid Peter Han. He's an amazing traditional artist, teacher, all sorts of cool stuff. Let's go raid him. Have a great day. Good night. I might stream over the weekend. I don't know. Hopefully. Otherwise, see you Monday morning. Have a fantastic time until next. Take care. Have a good one. Outro then raid.